We're already streaming. So, hello! This is Metroid Fusion. Metroid Fusion. I have a co-host here. His name is Jack. He'll be joining us. Say hello, Jack.
Hello, everybody. This is Adam.
Jack?
Yes?
Okay. So, Jack hasn't seen Metroid Fusion before. We have this tradition of sharing games back and forth because we had really different tasting games in our childhood. And so we're going to try to see what each other liked to play in our childhood, what impacted our childhood in specific ways. And we wanted to do Metroid Fusion for a really long time. And here it is, in full glory, we're going to be doing this, and he's going to be reacting to seeing the game for the first time, and this is going to be fun.
Fuck yes.
So, some background information about Metroid Fusion that you may need to know, that Jack, is that this was a direct predecessor to Super Metroid from the Super Nintendo. And
Okay.
Super Metroid was the definitive Metroid game, as called by a lot of fans. It had a lot of things that fans really, really liked. It had an open world. It had some definitive story points. Blah, 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 blah. Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion had kind of a tough act to follow, and a lot of fans say that it didn't follow it very well. And that complaint is because Metroid Fusion is a lot more linear than other Metroid games, but it sacrifices the open worldness for a lot more story progression. So this game is a lot more story-based than Super Metroid was. But what we need to know about Super Metroid...
So...
What? Yes?
My question for you is actually, how does this rate with regards to the with Metroid Prime? Because that for
Metroid Prime did better in the eyes of...
that are not...
Huh?
The first is that this lovely little piece of squid, Octo Garbage, wound up doing Metroid Prime for me, and that was kind of a religious experience for me because I am one of those nerds that has never played any of the Metroid games before, because I didn't become a Nintendo geek until recently. Anyway, my question was, how does Metroid Fusion measure up compared to Metroid Prime? Not necessarily with regards to mechanics, but with regards to storyline and lore.
Metroid Prime did better in the eyes of fans because it did something different but refreshing, and it did it really, really well for Nintendo's first attempt at it. Metroid Fusion had mixed reviews. It had a whole lot of people saying it was bad, a whole lot of people saying it was good, a lot for different reasons. I'm one of the people who think this is a really, really good game. I think this is better than Super Metroid, actually. But I only really think that because it has a whole lot more story progression to it. Like, there's a whole lot more details to the lore here. Super Metroid has more defining moments in the eyes of fans, but this just has more moments, period. This game is also kind of a pseudo-horror game. Pseudo-horror. Because there's some really, really tense moments that really turn into fear. You can feel the fear in your heart, you can feel the fear in Samus's heart, you feel fear here. And just, oh goodness. So, rambling on.
Breaking up.
Should we just start the game?
Oh, I'm a robot.
You sound like a robot.
No, you.
Blah, blah, blah. Are we going?
Looks like.
Oh yeah, also, something you're gonna need to know about the lore. Do you know about the baby Metroid? Jack? Jack? Jack, can you hear me? You sound very robotic.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna leave the call and then come back.
I'm sorry about this, folks. We're gonna start soon.
Sorry. It's likely technical difficulties on my end. Nerd?
Nerd?
Hello, nerd. I hear you, but I'm not necessarily sure if I see you. My fucking compy is being a broke dick piece of. Oh, hey, it's working.
Hello. You have a camera on. That's probably not a good idea.
Yes, I'm fixing that.
There we go.
Oh no, they have seen.
So, do you see screen? Do you see screen? Do you see?
Yeah, I see your screen. I see the Samus. I see rocks. Now,
Okay.
here's my question for you.
I really want to just tell you about the baby Metroid. Do you know about the baby Metroid before we go in?
That's actually what I was going to address. Jen, I have never played a Metroid game before.
All right.
Playing it with you. Assume I know nothing.
Okay, so, in Metroid 2, and also in Samus Returns because it was just remade for the 3DS. In Metroid 2, Samus was sent on a mission to planet SR388 to eradicate the Metroids as a species. At the very end of the game, Samus found a Metroid egg that had hatched into a baby Metroid that imprinted on her immediately, and she couldn't bring herself to kill it. She brought it back. So she brought it back to the Federation, and they were going to run some experiments on it. But in the beginning of Super Metroid, Ridley kidnapped that Metroid and took it away. You spend the game...
Ridley, you bastard!
Yeah, you spend the game not really, getting a whole lot of stories, just fighting a whole lot of bosses, exploring the game a bit. And at the very, very end of the game, you're in Mother Brain's lair. Mother Brain was an enemy that was the final boss of the first Metroid game, and you had to fight Mother Brain again. But before that, you are in an area. You find yourself in an area with a lot of enemies that are very grayed out color palette. And as soon as you touch them, they crumble into nothing but dust. And then you see a giant Metroid. The Metroid attacks Samus and almost kills her. As soon as Samus is on 1 health left, the Metroid lets go and sounds extremely apologetic. It's at that moment you realize that that's the baby Metroid that was kidnapped.
I'm sorry, Mom, I don't mean to hurt you!
Yep, and so the Metroid runs away, and while you are fighting Mother Brain also almost kills you, but then the baby Metroid swoops in and saves the day, and Mother Brain kills that baby Metroid in the process. You escape.
No!
You've escaped and beat Mother Brain.
But baby Metroid.
Yeah.
It is soft and squishy and genocidal.
So, yeah. Now you know about the baby Metroid. We can go into the game now. Alright. Let's make a new file. Let's finally start the game. I'm sorry, people. I also dropped the bit rate a little bit. I hope it won't affect the stream too much, but I noticed I was dropping frames, and it looks like it's going to be a lot better now.
Oh, okay. I realized what my problem was.
No, I was using...
figured out what the problem was with my stream.
Okay. I'd been assigned to watch over Biologic Research Team, so I once again found myself on the surface of SR388.
Curse you, SR388, giving us a sweet, tender baby and then taking it away from us like a mother. Wait, am I allowed to swear in the stream?
I would minimize that as much as possible. So...
Dag! Damn it!
I know.
Should I restrict it to, like, Mr. Krabs swears? Mother of Pearl!
It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before.
It punched me in the face.
It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we know as X.
Wait,
X.
What?
X.
X, go give it to you!
Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infected my central nervous system, I lost consciousness, and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt.
Dad asteroid. Black and white.
The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit.
X go give it to you.
It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival.
But she survived anyway because she's a friggin' badass.
Then someone found a cure! Excuse me.
Hush! Badass.
They proposed using a Metroid cell to create an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR388, the baby Metroid that she brought back to the HQ.
No.
The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed.
Or were they? Dun, dun, dun. Wait, they were eliminated from her, but were they eliminated from the suit?
They were eliminated from both, because they were both, part of her...
Both infected?
Yeah,
okay.
They were both infected. Samus had, kind of become biologically used with the suit, which is why...
Infection.
Yeah.
You zombie.
As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. By the way, this is the last game in the series, in the timeline.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining a mom having to deal with their kids saving their life multiple times, and it's honestly kind of terrifying.
Kids, stop doing that!
I brought you into this world, damn you!
We'll soon be arriving at the PSL research station. I must prepare for docking. So the ship is talking to us. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biological Space Labs, or BSL research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that the unexplained explosion rocked the station. Unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CEO is something I had to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CEO.
Okay,
so, Samus is already in an uncomfortable situation because she doesn't like taking orders, and she's going to be doing so through the entire game.
Okay, so can I just share with you how... Alright, we all know Samus as this freaking ass-kicking Lady of War type bounty hunter chick, right?
Yes.
And she has her really badass suit, but at the beginning of every single game, she has, like, lame suit. And I like how they just explain it as, oh yeah, those parts were sent to HQ so they could be quarantined, something like that.
No, because they had those parts had to be sent to HQ because they were infected by X.
That's why I said they had to be quarantined.
Right. You know what's also funny is she also has a new ship for pretty much every game because she keeps crashing the damn thing.
Samus, take a freaking weekend class. Learn to land your ship.
That's why this ship is being piloted by the computer.
Samus, this is why you can't have nice things. We keep on spending all this money on these ships. We keep on spending all this money on these ships, and you just keep on crashing them. Why do we keep spending money on ships? We should keep you as like a freaking station-bound.
There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way, uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. Boop boop boop. Doop 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 doop.
Today's word of the day is quarantine. 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 What, nobody gets that? The Robot Chicken Sesame Street crossover? Why are you shooting everything in sight, Jen?
I'm trying to relearn the controls. It's been a hot minute since I played.
Ah, so you were saying that you are assuming the direct controls?
I was assuming direct control.
Also, I decided what I was gonna order.
Yay, get yourself some food.
Yeah, food should be here in about 30 minutes, probably, so...
The quarantine bay is up ahead. Biosensor confirmed. Be careful.
Which means there's jerkwads in there!
There be jerkwads in there.
I am assuming.
Can you kind of hear it, at least?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Not too much, but you know, just enough.
Enough to know what the fuck is going on.
Quarantine bay! It's very destroyed, as you can see.
Which means it ain't quarantine worth jack bucket squat anymore.
Come here! Come here! Oh god! I got absorbed by a thing! Or
I'm sorry, what?
a thing absorbed into me. It was an X. I got X'd.
X. Alright, so what does X do?
We don't know, but we're going to assume that we are in danger, because we got attacked by one before, and it nearly killed us.
So what you're saying is that X is gonna give it to you.
This is unfortunate news. Some specimens brought back by the field were infected by the X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine works so quickly and so well. But it also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again.
Okay, so I kind of see why we're picking up the X.
In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You know a parasite is afraid of you when it's been reduced to an item drop.
It's not my fault that I'm half Metroid on my mother's side.
You can also restore latent ability. It's not my fault I'm half Metroid on my son's side, you mean?
No, you're half Metroid on your mother brain's side.
Oh god. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. The station is home to... What?
Monkey says, ... Nintendo game, everybody.
Nintendo, everyone! The station is home to many specimens, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of breeding environments at all costs. This is vital sense. I'm already detected massing biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty status. Is your objective clear? Now get going. I've released the lock on level 0 patches. Look for the blinking patches. So if you actually look in the corner for the level 1 locks, which are blue, level 2 locks, which are green, level 3 locks, which are yellow, those are doors.
Door.
The doors that have those colors are locked.
All right, so I have a question regarding like Samus's entire freaking situation.
Yes?
How come it? All right, there's only one Samus Aran, right?
Yes, there's only one.
There can be only one.
There can be only one.
Okay. Also, we need to really watch that movie together. I might find it hilarious and also fitting of ridiculous 80s garbage. Save room. So there's only one Samus Aran.
Yes.
My question is, how in the goddamn does she get into so many incredibly improbable predicaments?
Because the Federation sends them there. Sends her there.
Alright. So it's a because you must sort of thing.
Because you must!
Yeah, it's because you must instead of, oh hey, this is your destiny to do so, you know, like Link.
I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapon data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is your objective clear? With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20. Alright, it looks like I'm not having any more drop frames, so that's good, I guess.
Yay! Everything's running smoothly on my end too.
Alright. I want to see
Are you just like picking up every single freaking X that you possibly can?
I mean, yeah. So, that's bad news.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Oh, God! No, stop it! Why does everything in this game hurt so much? Alright, that's something I should probably... Good God. That's something I should probably detail, is that this game is actually a little bit hard. Everything in this game does so much damage.
Phrasing?
Stop.
What, you said that things were a little bit hard.
That computer reminds me of a Gruff Federation CO I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me Lady on the show. For anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect, and with some irony, I named computer after him.
As opposed, well, I guess the computer's just being Adam Malkovich right now.
The computer doesn't know that.
Shh. A lot of people don't know that they were being John Malkovich when they were in the movie.
Like this.
You know exactly why I'm like this. You said it yourself. I am a humanized meme. Energy tank recharge complete. Vlorp. Recharge your ammo again!
But why? I have no ammo! I have no ammo!
Jen, gaming is not about why, it's about why not!
Missile data downloaded, hold Alt and press B. Oh, I don't know what the R button is.
Well, press buttons until you find out.
Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge bioscience.
I see.
I'm reading huge bioscience, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use the recharge room to absorb a special type of X-parasite, which are green, as indicated by the text can't you see. You'll see them. Try it out. Is your objective clear? Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now, find a way to the target.
So, here's my question.
Yes?
Does that mean the green doors can be opened by missiles?
No.
Well, that's fucking stupid color coding if I ever saw it.
Those hatches are locked. I can't open them in regular circumstances.
Give me more missiles. Give me more missiles.
Wait a sec. Oh, God. I think I messed up.
How did you mess up?
Wait. No, I didn't mess up.
Yeah, because honestly, if you could mess up by screwing up a platforming puzzle this early in the game, I'd be very worried and or possibly sad for you.
Wait, no, I didn't mess up.
Missile tank acquired.
Yeah, I didn't mess up.
You fool!
I'm fine.
You fool! Now I have even more missiles!
Now I have even more.
You know, sometimes it didn't make sense not to live for gun.
Since not to live for gun. Makes no sense not to be gone.
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 No. Alright, actually, I'm gonna step away for a second. I need to gain fluids and hydration and those important things.
Okay.
Why are you teabagging?
Because I have nothing better to do!
Fucker.
I'm gonna just keep killing this guy until he gets his fluids. So how are y'all doing today? Shut up, baby. I'm sorry, not actually able to see the stream chat.
I have obtained fluids.
Oh, he has obtained fluids. Yeah, I'm not able to see the stream chat very well because I'm trying to use Discord screen sharing, so I'm Doors. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Davian's right. Doors aren't really weapon-based in this game. So...
oh, so they're not like Metroid Prime in that regard.
yeah, I know they're not like Metroid.
Okie dokie. Samus is going green. Damn you, monkey!
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a hot minute since I played, so... it might be a little,
What is that?
energy tank.
Ah, yes, increase our survivability by gaining more.
I know there's another one around here somewhere.
Oh, so you're just gonna shoot everything until you find it?
I saw it somewhere! Yes. No!
What? Like...
yeah, a lot of this game requires just knowing where things are, and it's a little bit dumb, but... ugh.
Jen?
What?
We're gonna need to have a serious talk about your problems with about you shooting at the ceiling. Why is they so gorged?
Why is they so large? What?
Why is they so large?
Because he's large. By the way, this was actually, a boss in... this is a boss in Metroid 2, actually. It's just that the X never fit.
Okay, so my brain meats are doing a theory kind of thing.
What kind of theory? Christ! Oh, I don't have any missiles. That's
What for in the cold, cold ground?
more fall ability recovered. Press down twice to more.
Press down twice to turn into a freaking orb!
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Teabag to turn into an orb.
Orb.
That's the power of balls, baby.
That's the power of pine ball, baby.
I knew you were gonna do that, and honestly, I kind of hate you that you beat me to the punch for it.
Well, what else was I supposed to do? I'm the queen of low-hanging fruit.
I didn't know that Claudette. Never mind.
What? What? Jack is banned from the stream. What are people saying?
All right. Hold on. Oh.
Shit, hold on just a second. I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, Christ.
Hello? No, it's just that it's the A side, which is the side that's for which is the side for 5850.
So apparently there's a hurricane coming to my area. Ish. I was wondering why it was raining and why I was getting a whole lot of dangerous weather reports for Pokemon Go. What are you doing?
I got my food.
Yay!
But they actually freaking included chopsticks, especially considering they asked me to. Also, Monkey says, this took a turn. You know, I get the feeling that there are very few people that really and truly understand the level of ridiculous that our relationship can be sometimes.
We've gotten to that level. Samus has it feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows several abnormalities on biosystems. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR388 ecosystem. So, SR388 is the place where Samus went in Metroid 2 to try to eradicate Metroid species, but found the Metroid egg instead.
Yeah, it's basically where Samus got her space age.
To get there, take the main elevator to get an access shaft and use elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use the navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. Alright, so we're actually going into the meat of this game. Oh my god! Oh my god! Die!
Hey, Jen.
What?
Stand in the corner, double crouch, and turn into a morph ball, clip straight into the final boss. Also, I have takoyaki. Hello, Tetlock.
Small screaming. Oh!
Well, Samus, it looks like you've briefly experienced male shrinkage. I'm freezing my nuts off!
So, do you know what actually happened there?
You walked into a room that you didn't have the proper suit for.
Pretty much, yeah. But the dumb thing is that in most Metroid games, you would get that kind of message for superheated rooms.
Well, but it's
that was,
space, so there might not necessarily be superheated rooms.
But that was a super cold room, and there's actually a reason for that. Either way, here we go, boop boop.
Beep boop. I'm sorry, what? Jen?
What?
Jen? I'm going to apologize in advance for using bad and naughty language, but what in the actual fucking goddamn?
Oh, I was hoping for a reaction like that. Woo!
Did X give it to her? Or is Samus actually the X-Fire? Dun, dun,
dun! Beep boop boop. The main elevator leading to the main access to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It'll be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately.
By the way, Davion, thank you for taking pleasure in my suffering.
Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They want to alter the environment to suit their needs. They're already reproducing. Clear out all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. What?
The X got the air vents and they fucked it.
What? What? Are the atmospheric stabilizers like glory holes or something?
Alright, you know what? I think that's worthy of a text post.
What are you doing? Ah!
Why do you scream?
Alright, we found the first stabilizer. Hey, Jack.
Hmm?
There's an Easter egg in the stabilizer here. Look in the top left corner of it.
Top left?
Yeah, the top left corner of the thing that we're looking at here.
I'm missing it.
It's a GameCube.
Oh.
It's a GameCube. Come here, come here. Blah! Okay, fine.
Jen.
What? Oh my god. What? Jack! Jack!
Have I mentioned
What?
today?
Have you mentioned today
Have I
that...
mentioned?
Huh?
Have I mentioned today that I freaking hate you?
Not yet, but I feel like it's a good time to do so.
Nah, it's not because I love you, you freaking dingus. Of course, the day is still young, so that has the potential to change.
That's a good, fair point.
So, from what I can tell,
Yeah?
the gonna give it to us virus
Yeah? Well, it's not really a virus, it's more just a parasite.
Alright, the gonna give it to us parasite
Mhm.
is, it takes on the forms of enemies that we've fought in the past.
It takes on the form of anything that it has killed. Or anything that it has attacked, because it absorbs DNA.
Oh, okay. When you said killed, I was a little bit worried because I was about to say, okay. If it killed us, then why the hell are we wandering around saying praise?
Yeah, I was gonna... Yeah, that's why I said, attacked.
Art, you
Said.
love the monkey bars!
I know there's more stuff in here. But that's lava. I don't like lava. I don't like it.
You can't play in lava,
Lava
you
is
can
the-
only die in lava.
You can't play in lava, it's no fun. You can only die in lava. Shit. Oh, God. Crab. I'm sorry, Crab, you needed to go. Has to be
Were you
something.
feeling kind of crabby about the whole matter?
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Oh yeah, Mr. Crab, crab.
Are you feeling it now, Jen?
I was feeling more of it when I was in Italy.
And I'm supposed to be the dirty bastard in the chat.
I'm not the person that my mother thinks I once was.
No, my mother doesn't really understand that I'm a walking pile of sin yet either. Trust me, if she took a black light into my room, she would look like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Oh, gross. I didn't need to know that. TMI. Apologize to the chat, Jack. You stained their minds.
Listen, if the chat's ever watched Guardians of the Galaxy, they get the reference.
It doesn't mean they needed the visual reference.
I will not apologize for art, because that's what Jackson Pollock is.
Stop making frogs! Stop making frogs!